Guys, welcome back to another video. This time around I'm going to be making Chinese style takeout beef and broccoli. So I'm starting out with the marinade for the beef, which consists of hoisin sauce, sriracha, and cornstarch. Eventually I kind of just gave up trying to mix the sauce together and just dumped the beef in with it, and it worked perfectly. Everything mixed together very, very well. So the beef that I ended up using for this, it's not in its original packaging. I did put it into a vacuum sealer, but it is beef that is very, very thinly sliced. I get it from Walmart. It comes in, I believe, 2-pound packages, and it has either a Hispanic or Mexican name on it, and I don't remember exactly what it is, but the entire 2-pound package is like $5, so you can't really go wrong with that. And it works really, really well for stir fries, Philly cheesesteaks, fajitas, whatever you want shredded beef for, or a thinly sliced beef for. And so next up, I am putting together the sauce that is going to bring the entire dish together at the end. It consists of some rice wine. Make sure you get unsweetened if you're going to be using it with recipes like this, because as you can see, I am using a ton of brown sugar. And I was having some issues with the oyster sauce. It comes in a glass jar. You're going to have those types of issues like you see with the ketchup commercials. So just whack on it the best you can and get it what's approximately the amount the recipe calls for. It still comes out delicious. So yeah, doesn't really matter. And we're also going to be adding some cornstarch, some sesame oil, and aged soy sauce. I would highly recommend aged soy sauce. It tastes like there is basically no salt in it at all, and the flavor is so much more developed. Like, I don't think I will ever be going back to regular soy sauce or even like reduced sodium soy sauce, because both of those to me are just far too salty. And then there's also going to be some hoisin and sriracha that goes into the final sauce as well, and some salt and pepper. So, give that a good whisk just to help get the cornstarch really well incorporated. Set it off to the side, and then I'm going to be measuring off my ginger and my garlic. I decided to try the garlic paste as opposed to the pre-peeled garlic. Honestly, I feel like you can't go wrong with either one. They both work very, very well. So I'm just cleaning up after myself, keeping my drink around, and then next up I'm going to be cutting up the broccoli. That is something that is very, very important when you are doing stir fries, is you want to make sure that you have everything ready to go. Because once you get your pan, I'm using a wok in this instant, once you get that heated up and you put your first ingredient in, that's it. Like, you don't really get a chance to stop and pause or anything like that. So you want to do all the prep work ahead of time to the best of your ability. And I'm just cutting up the broccoli into appropriately sized pieces, roughly. So now that everything is all chopped up, ready to go, I'm just doing a little bit of tidying up, and then I'm grabbing the wok, and I'm gonna get that heated up and started. All right, so I've got my wok on a medium to high setting. From what I remember as a child, my parents always told me that you wanted a wok at a really high temperature. So that's kind of just what I do. I want to start doing some more research into it for my next time around, because when I ended up doing this, I feel like my wok was too hot, and like it ended up burning to like the coating for the beef ended up like burning to the wok itself, and you'll see me trying to clean that up a little bit. But yeah, I found it was weird. Like it wasn't. I waited too long and it was too hot, I think. So anyway, I love using this wok, and you're just gonna mix this beef around until it is cooked to your liking. I just make sure that it's all cooked to, as best as possible. And then I'm gonna put it into a one of those bowls off to the side. I grabbed two, one for the beef, one for the broccoli, but I didn't end up using one of them, so. And so now you're seeing me add some water to it to try and get the burnt pieces. Like, there didn't end up being any burnt anything in the dish itself, like, or connected to the beef, but there were some burnt bits on the pan, and I tried my best to clean it off before continuing. So just be aware that that might happen to you guys if your pan is especially too hot like mine was. So I'm just mixing the broccoli around with some of the oil and giving that a good toss before I add the water and cover it with one of my other random pan's lids, so that way you can steam the broccoli for a few minutes. All right, so when your broccoli's done steaming, you're gonna take the lid off, and then you're going to, I ended up making a little well, so that way I could add a little bit of oil, a little bit more oil, and the ginger and garlic, and you're gonna saute that for a little bit. Then you're gonna add your beef in, and then you're gonna add in your sauce, and you will be, just mix that up, let it simmer there for a minute or two since you added the cornstarch, and you'll be ready to serve this up over rice. I ended up having to put it on top of quick barley because I completely and totally forgot about making rice. Ramen noodles would be another good option as well. But if you're interested in this recipe, the link for it is going to be down in the description box below. It's not fair you scratch my back and then walk away. Alright. So it smelled amazing while I was cooking it. And I got sneak peeks of what it tastes like, at least the sauce from doing that. Cutting up Lily's dish. Here's some of the meat. This is good. I thought it was a lot of stuff to put all together, but it comes together really nicely. Broccoli. That's really good. Like, I already love, I love Asian food already as it is, so this is very good. I would absolutely make this again. This is really good. And it doesn't take very long to do as long as you prep everything ahead of time and you make rice with it. I had to do quick barley, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Because I also was thinking it could have been good on top of ramen noodles if you have those on hand as well. So, what do you think?
That's good.
Cool.
You forgot the best part.
Oh, I did. I cut up some green onion, scallions, whatever you want to call it, and I totally forgot to top mine with it. I am so bad at forgetting to top things with stuff.
You always forget about the green onion.
I do, and they're so good on top too, and make it look so pretty. So, I'm really happy with this. I would easily make this